Hey everyone, I'm John Hayden, and great news! Boy bands are back! Did they ever really go away? I don't think so either, but they are coming to Wilton Manors this Friday, August 16th. The Boy Band Project is gonna play on 7th, right next to Sunserve by the Alibi Back Building. You know the one I'm talking about. 7 p.m. The Boy Band Project out of New York, featuring amazing Broadway talent, are going to help us relive our best band boy moments. Check them out. Don't wanna hear you say ain't nothing but a heartache. Ain't nothing but a mistake. I never wanna hear you say Travis, now you're here, and in a few days you're going to be like here, right?
Yes.
So why are you coming down for Harmony Waves?
So, Gary reached out to us and asked if we were available. And then the second we heard Wilton Manors, we were like, let's go. We love Wilton Manors.
Okay.
We're there all the time. And so it just sounded like a really, really cool event. And yeah, we were pumped to jump on board right away. We didn't even think about it.
So what are we going to expect? Because it's called the Boy Band Project, as the shirt says. Yeah. So what is it?
So the Boy Band Project, my elevator pitch, so I'm the producer of the group and performing it. The elevator pitch is a reimagining of NSYNC Backstreet Boy music with Broadway talent, and it's also kind of like NSYNC meets like Magic Mike. So we like to get down and frisky and fun, and we keep all of our clothes on. That's always a good side note to remember. But it's a lot of fun, and we poke fun at the boy band, the different idiosyncrasies of being in a boy band, and it's a hoot, and it's been a lot of fun. Yeah.
Now, of course, we just saw a clip, but it might not be the same that we saw in the clip, right? This is a rotating group.
Yeah. So the way, so a lot of groups obviously a lot of boy bands have permanent members and stuff like that. And this group started like that, but then I quickly found out that if you want to use like really like the high caliber Broadway talent, which is what I like to tap into, they're getting other jobs and stuff. So what I did was I created a Broadway roster of talent. So like basically, if you're not in a Broadway show at that time, you can come be in a boy band, because the nature of being a Broadway performer is you're going to have some gaps within your work timeline. And so as long as I keep it like that and I keep it flexible, and then also keep a perspective on keeping the high caliber talent of boys there, then it always is, you're always going to see a Broadway talented guy. You're always going to get that high caliber, fierce Broadway entertainment quality. But the lineup for Wilton Manors is great. I think it's myself, it's Chris Messina, who is Frankie in Jersey Boys on Broadway. Yep. It's Jonah Mayor, who did Thriller Live in the West End for years. Okay. And then it's Jesse J.P. Johnson, who is a legend. He's in and out of Wicked currently. He played Bach on Broadway. He was in 9 to 5. He was in SpongeBob. They're all like Broadway guys that can sing for you. They will give you those good vocals.
Well, and what a thing to drop into conversation. Like, oh yeah, I'm in and out of Wicked. Depends on how my schedule is.
Yeah. I know. I mean, we're all, I'm 41 and still in a boy band, but it's like, if you've been here that long, and you're still making a living doing it, those are the conversations you have, it's just like, it is the work that we're in. So the people who are still around, have managed to scrap out a life with this, are doing great things.
So what makes a good boy band member?
Okay, these are good questions. So a good boy band member, obviously, like the they have to have the credits, so they've got to like have those insane pop vocals, and you have to be able to just like wake up and do it. You know, it can't be like something where I have to like be in the right mindset. I have to like do all these things. It's like, especially for like Wilton Manors, we're performing in the middle of a street, you know, so just has to be something that's in you. And I've been doing this for over 10 years now, and I got pretty good at just like figuring it out. Like I could spend 5 minutes with a guy and I just realized they got it. And I did a show off Broadway for a year and a half called Altar Boys. I don't know if
Yeah,
you've
yeah.
heard of it, which is about a boy band. So that's kind of where I cut my teeth in boy banding. And yeah, and then after that, I just kind of wanted to keep the magic going, and the show closed. And so then I started this group. Yeah, so I fancy myself a boy band, the New York Broadway boy band aficionado, I guess.
Yes, you are the quintessential boy bander.
Self-proclaimed. Yeah, yeah.
So what's the look? Are we gonna do? Are we channeling NSYNC circa 1999 or what?
Totally. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we try to make it as flashy as possible, you know, because there is a little like pedestrian element to being in like NSYNC and Backstreet Boys. Like, these are boys from your hometown, right? Like that's what we try to like, try to be very approachable like that. But then we add like this elevated style to it. Like, we have like gold sneakers that light up and jeans with like lots of glitter on it, as flashy as possible. We sometimes we say we're like drag queens with that minus the heels and the wig, because we just like to be like flashy and all that stuff. But definitely like jeans, there's within the show, there's there's 4 boy banders, and they each have personalities. So it's the sensitive one, the sporty one, the bad boy, and then the boy next door. And so then each of their costumes kind of reflect that. Like, the bad boy wears a lot of like leopard print and long necklaces and stuff, and the boy next door has like a popped polo shirt and stuff like that. Yeah. So that kind of the personalities kind of inform each of their costumes.
And which one are you?
I'm the boy next door.
Oh, of course you
I
are.
know. Yeah. It's mostly because of the hair, but
Don't rub it in. Don't
sorry.
rub it in, Travis. Come on, man.
Sorry. It's a look. It's a look.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, I have to put Rain-X on before I come because it usually rains around that time that you're performing.
Oh yeah.
It'll just wash right off my
Makes
head.
it waterproof.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that. I
All
love
right.
that.
So what is the repertoire?
So it basically, we like to travel back in time to like the TRL era. So it's all circa millennium. I call it like the millennial boy band. So that includes like anything from like 1990 to like 2010, like those 2 decades right there. So you're gonna get NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, O-Town, uh 98 Degrees, Boys to Men, and then towards the end of the show, we like to dip into the One Direction, Jonas Brothers, because I mean, they're killing it as well, and so many people love those songs.
Yeah.
So it's a nice little like button at the end of our show to be able to pay homage to the boy banders that are killing it today.
Yes, absolutely. Well, that's so cool. And not that you asked, but I'm really looking forward to this Friday's show. Friday's my birthday.
Oh,
So
yay.
so like when Gary announced this, I was like, oh, I'm gonna make this all about me.
Do it.
All about me. The big 5-2, right?
5-2. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and we love it. That's like the best reason to come to our shows, when you're celebrating something. And we'll try to give you a shout out for sure.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
But we love to like, I mean, we get so many like people like bachelorettes and birthdays, and we've done baby showers. Like, nothing says celebrate like NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, I guess. So it's a good time if you're looking for a party.
Yeah, back in the day, the late 90s, early 2000s, I was working in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and we Denise Pritchard sat next to me. She was a 5:30 producer, and I was doing the 11. And we were always working during TRL. And it would come on, and we would just crank the volume up, much to the dismay of the reporters sitting around us. But we would sit there and crank it up, and have so much fun. So this is really going to be a touchstone for people of a certain age.
Totally. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And it's interesting that like, because like, I mean, I grew up, like racing home after school to watch TRL, just because that was access to the performers, the music. You were like, you knew what was hip, what was current at that moment. But it's not just the people who raced home from school, it's the people who watched it from their office. It's the parents who listened to it as they were driving their kids to school in the minivan. The music really was like the calling card for a couple decades.
All right. Will you play a quick game with me?
Yes, let's do it.
All right. Who'd you rather?
Oh gosh.
Justin Timberlake or Nick Lachey?
Nick Lachey, for sure. 98 Degrees were always like bringing the sex with it. I think that was probably when I realized I was gay, was watching those 98 Degrees music videos. Not gonna lie. Right?
Yeah, that was like back in the Jessica Simpson days. So
I know. Yeah. And he's still killing it. He looks great, whatever he's doing, sign me up.
Yeah. Yeah. He's drinking from the fountain of youth at the Abbey, probably in LA. Who knows?
Probably. Yeah.
Okay. Howie DeRoe or Lance Bass?
Lance Bass. He's an icon. He really is. And we've met him a couple times, and he's really, really sweet. And he's also part of the Broadway community. So I feel like I feel like he's a friend, but I'm not really a friend, but like he's simpatico with what we do.
Right. Yeah. Like I got invited to his birthday party once down in Miami on a rooftop. He didn't even show up.
Really?
Like his like management staged the big party and stuff. If he did, he came like after 11. At that point, I was like, I got to get back to Wilton.
Oh no!
But it was still cool.
I bet you he didn't even know about it. Like sometimes with like celebrities like that, their publicists will like stage things, and like they don't even get they don't get the update or whatever. Yeah. But that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it was still a fun night. Open bar, so hey.
Hey, there you go.
All right, last one. Joey Fatone or celibacy?
Joey Fatone. I'm not going to do that to Joey.
Okay.
Yeah. I love, especially with like that Netflix special, The Boy Band Scam. It's fun to go back. Like you forgot what they looked like when they were 18, and they all looked, they were babies, and they were all so handsome back then. So maybe we can get like a time machine and go back for that Joey Fatone.
1998 Fatone was hot.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. So after the show wraps up, I assume you guys will shower off. Not that it will do any good because it'll be humid as hell. And then hit a couple spots on the drive. Where do you like to go when you're in town?
Oh gosh, we love Rosie's. Rosie's is our favorite place for like brunch, drag brunch. I love that it's outdoors. What are my other favorites in Wilton Manors? I mean, like even just walking down that strip, and just like seeing what's happening. I used to love that. I don't think it's open anymore, but there was a holiday themed gay bar a couple of years ago, and it would be like July, and it was like a winter wonderland in there. I always thought that was really cool, but I don't think it's open anymore. Right?
It was open for like 6 weeks.
Really?
Yeah, it didn't take off.
I love a gay bar with a strong concept. I love anything with a strong concept, but it was I'm so happy that I was one of the privileged that got one of those nights in the 6 weeks.
I was doing an entertainment show at the time called Deco Drive, and I was like, hey, there's this Christmas themed bar right by my house. Send a camera up, we'll shoot it. And we did, and we got it on the air, and then like 3 weeks later it was gone.
That's so heartbreaking because that was somebody's dream, right?
Yeah. It was.
We love Drink. Is that still open?
Yeah, oh yeah, drink's good. I might be going there later this afternoon.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah. Sunday fun day down here isn't great during summertime because it's so hot and like there's no kickball leagues or softball teams coming out afterwards because that's where the hotties are. They come out in
Ah,
their uniforms and they're still sweaty and bulgy. Yeah, I like those Sunday fun days much better.
that sounds fun. Yeah. That's good intel, like for Google research before you go.
Absolutely. All
Yeah.
right, Travis. So the show is this Friday.
Yep.
Right out, it's on 7th, I believe, between the Sunserve building and Alibi Plaza's outbuilding. So I can't wait to see you. I know it's going to be amazing, and I want to hit you. I'm gonna make Gary get me a selfie with you guys.
Yes, totally. No, after the show, we sell t-shirts and we take all the selfies that we can. Just because it's like, it's kitschy, it's fun and we're having a good time and we make people laugh and then it's just so much fun to like kind of connect with everybody after. So we definitely come take a selfie because we're going to be so sweaty. I mean, we're sweaty in a refrigerated theater when we do the show. So yeah, we're going to be very sweaty because it's humid down there, right?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I hope I don't know what your contract is, but I hope there's a rider for plenty of bottled water because you're going to go through
Yeah.
every single drop of it.
Okay, good to know. I'll let Gary know. I'll make sure that, we've got a big supply of water.
Yeah, gotta hydrate, man. Gotta hydrate. And then you can hydrate and you can rehydrate again at drink afterwards.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, Travis, thank you so much, man. I will see you in a few days.
Yay, thank you for having me. This was fun.
Yes.